For decades, military might has been defined by size. The bigger the tank, the more massive the bomber, the better. But what if that narrative is completely wrong? What if the unsung heroes of military mobility are the ones you can almost fit in your garage? Today, we're tearing down the giants and shining a spotlight on the tiny titans, a collection of 9 of the smallest military off-road trucks and vehicles that truly define the word unstoppable. These are the forgotten, the compact, the agile monsters of logistics that conquered terrains no heavy armor could touch. Stick around because the final vehicle on this list is a legendary Swedish machine that looks impossible but operates flawlessly. And let me know right now in the comments, which of these compact conquerors do you think is the ultimate off-road beast? When you hear Scania, you probably picture a massive semi-truck hauling logs or crossing continents. But tucked away in the Swedish military's history is the Scania SBA 111, a testament to the idea that powerful 4x4 capability doesn't require a massive scale. Developed in the 1970s, the SBA 111, alongside its 6-wheel drive sibling the SPAT, was designed not just for utility but for surviving the punishing deep snows and unforgiving forests of Scandinavia. Unlike many of its heavy-duty contemporaries, the SBA 111 was engineered to be a nimble, medium-sized logistics carrier. Its compact nature was a tactical advantage. Imagine needing to traverse densely forested areas or use roads with severe weight restrictions. This is where the SBA 111 shines. It features a robust, no-nonsense design with high ground clearance that allows it to easily clear obstacles that would immobilize standard commercial trucks. Crucially, it used Scania's modular engine platform, ensuring reliability and relatively easy maintenance, a factor that is vital for vehicles operating in isolated military outposts. The unique feature of the SBA 111 is its forward control cab design. This places the cab directly above the engine, minimizing the overall length of the truck while maximizing the load bed space. This clever packaging made it the ultimate compromise. Small enough to maneuver quickly, yet powerful enough to carry significant payloads like communication shelters or troop transports. Its reputation as a rugged, all-weather, all-terrain performer cemented its place in Swedish defense history, proving that the most effective military vehicle is often the one that can simply get there, regardless of the path. If the Scania was a truck, the Bandvagn 206 or BV 206 is a land snake, a completely different beast of military engineering that set the global standard for articulating tracked carriers. Developed by Hägglunds and now built by BAE Systems, the BV 206 is arguably the most recognizable and successful light military tracked vehicle in modern history. It is defined not by wheels but by 2 articulated rubber-tracked units connected by a steering joint, allowing it to move independently and effortlessly over the most challenging terrains imaginable. The BV 206 was conceived out of necessity. Swedish military doctrine demanded a vehicle capable of maintaining mobility over snow, mud, and water while carrying a payload of up to 2,000 kilos. Its low ground pressure, a consequence of its rubber tracks, is its superpower. It can float over surfaces like thin ice or deep swamp mud that would cause conventional vehicles to sink instantly. The articulation between the front and rear unit ensures all tracks are always in contact with the ground, providing exceptional stability and traction on severe slopes. Deployed by over 37 countries, including the US, UK, and Canada, the BV 206's small footprint and amphibious capability have made it indispensable. It's small enough to be airlifted by medium-sized helicopters, making it perfect for rapid deployment operations. It has served in everything from Arctic rescue missions to desert operations. The BV 206 is the perfect embodiment of a compact military vehicle, not designed to withstand heavy fire, but designed to outmaneuver the enemy by conquering terrain that's literally impassable for anything else. The Gama Goat M561 looks like it rolled right off a sci-fi set, and for good reason. This highly distinctive military vehicle, which served the U.S. Army and Marine Corps from the 1960s to the 1980s, was an audacious attempt to solve the complex problem of cross-country mobility with an articulated chassis. Its small size, high clearance, and unusual 6.6 drive system were all engineered around one purpose, being the ultimate terrain-defying utility truck, primarily in the jungles of Southeast Asia and the rugged landscapes of Europe. What makes the Gama Goat a true tiny titan is its articulating joint situated between the two main body units. This joint allows the front and rear sections to pivot and oscillate independently, ensuring all 6 wheels maintain traction even when traversing highly uneven ground, deep ditches, or large boulders. This articulation, combined with its high center of gravity, gave it goat-like climbing ability, hence the name Gama Goat, a nod to its design engineer's name and its capability. However, its unique design also made it notoriously complex to maintain and challenging to drive at high speed. It was prone to tipping if driven aggressively on side slopes, a classic trade-off for its incredible cross-country performance. Despite its quirks, the M561's small frame and ability to navigate terrain that even the M151 Jeep struggled with cemented its legacy. It was an essential, if complicated, piece of logistics equipment, proving that sometimes military engineering must prioritize sheer, brutal off-road capability over simplicity. Turning the clock back to the Soviet Union's era of rapid industrialization, we find the STZ-5, a machine that perfectly encapsulates the ingenuity and resourcefulness required during World War II. While often categorized as an artillery tractor, its design and compact low profile made it a critical light utility and logistics vehicle on the Eastern Front, earning it a spot among these smaller yet vital military workhorses. Developed from the STZ-3 agricultural tractor, the STZ-5 was a masterclass in converting civilian tools into wartime necessity. Its primary appeal was its simplicity and low-profile structure. Based on a traditional track tractor chassis, it was reliable and easy to mass-produce, crucial factors when the Soviet war machine was demanding enormous quantities of equipment. Though not as technologically advanced as the Gama Goat, its small physical dimensions, especially its low height, allowed it to operate effectively and with reduced visibility in the dense Russian forests and open steppe, making it less of a target for German artillery and air attacks. The STZ-5 was responsible for towing light to medium artillery pieces and transporting supplies and personnel across the often muddy and unpaved infrastructure of the Soviet Union. Its track system gave it superior mobility in the notorious Rasputitsa, the season of deep, debilitating mud. The fact that an agricultural design could be quickly militarized and deployed in large numbers highlights its versatility. The STZ-5 is a powerful reminder that in times of total war, the smallest, most adaptable platforms are often the ones that keep the line supplied and the guns firing. From the cold steppes to the sun-baked deserts, the Italian Fiat SPA TM40 was a highly capable, compact military truck that served during World War II and well into the post-war period. Developed by Fiat's Società Piemontese Automobili (SPA), the TM40 was designed specifically for the punishing conditions of the North African campaign, where reliable, agile, and relatively small vehicles were essential for navigating the shifting sand dunes and rocky plateaus. The TM40's key to its success was its sturdy 4x4 configuration and its compact wheelbase. Unlike larger, heavier trucks, the TM40's dimensions allowed it to maintain speed and maneuverability in tight desert passes and off-road environments. Its small engine bay and cab maximized the rear utility space, making it an excellent carrier for ammunition, fuel, or a small squad of troops. Furthermore, its design emphasized robustness and simplicity, essential traits for a vehicle that needed to be repaired quickly in the field using minimal tools. Its role was varied, acting as everything from a command vehicle to an artillery tow vehicle for light guns. The Italians needed a vehicle that could withstand the incredible heat and dust of the desert while maintaining mechanical integrity. The TM40 delivered, proving that effective military logistics in extreme environments relies on smart scaling, making the machine just big enough to carry the load, but small enough to go anywhere. Its survival and continued use in various forms long after the war testify to the excellence of its small, powerful design. The Unimog, a name derived from Universal Motor Jet, Universal Motorized Machine, is a legend, and the 406 series is the perfect representation of its smaller, more focused military applications. While Unimogs are famously robust, the 406, produced from the 1960s, was the medium-sized powerhouse that became the backbone of many European military forces for utility tasks, thanks to its unique engineering and compact size relative to its capability. What makes the 406 a true off-road master is its design philosophy, which prioritizes portal axles and a flexible chassis. Portal axles mean the wheel axle is higher than the center of the wheel, drastically increasing ground clearance without requiring excessively large tires. This, combined with coil springs and a low-range gearbox, gives the 406 legendary climbing and off-road capability. It can tackle slopes and obstacles that are simply out of the question for conventional 4x4 trucks. Its compact hood and relatively short wheelbase make it surprisingly nimble. For military use, this meant the 406 could serve as a snowplow, a communications vehicle, an ambulance, or a recovery truck in tight, mountainous terrain, particularly for the West German Bundeswehr. The Unimog 406 is the epitome of over-engineering, a small platform built with immense strength and unparalleled off-road technology, proving that the most capable vehicle isn't always the biggest, but the smartest. Its legacy is an enduring one, still highly valued by off-road enthusiasts and specialized military units worldwide. If there is one name synonymous with compact, extreme military off-roading, it is the Volvo C303, often affectionately called the Laplander or Terrengbil 11. Like its Swedish counterparts, the C303 was designed for the brutal, unforgiving conditions of the Arctic Circle, but it achieved a level of technical excellence and a compact form factor that few military vehicles have ever matched. Produced in the 1970s, it's a vehicle whose rugged, boxy exterior hides world-class engineering. The C303's genius lies in two main components: portal axles and its 4x4 or 6C6 in the C304 variant system. Similar to the Unimog, the portal axles provide enormous ground clearance, nearly 18 inches, allowing the vehicle to literally drive over small obstacles. This design eliminates the need for massive tires, keeping the overall width and profile smaller. This compact profile is its major tactical advantage, making it highly effective for reconnaissance, troop transport, and liaison work in dense forests and rocky areas. The Volvo C303 is an actual world champion. It won the demanding Paris-Dakar rally in its class in 1983, a feat of endurance and off-road prowess that speaks volumes about its military-grade build quality. Its ability to navigate deep snow, dense forests, and rocky trails, while remaining relatively small and light enough to be air-mobile, has ensured its legendary status. The C303 is proof that when you combine clever Scandinavian engineering with a compact design, you get an off-road beast that punches far, far above its weight class. When the British Army needed a light artillery tractor and general utility vehicle that could be air-portable, they turned to the one company they trusted, Land Rover. The result was the unique and utilitarian Land Rover 101 Forward Control, or 101FC. Designed in the late 1960s and produced in the 1970s, the 101FC got its name from its 101-inch wheelbase and the forward control design, which placed the driver and passenger directly over the front axle. This forward control layout was a tactical requirement. It allowed the vehicle to have a longer load bed, maximizing cargo capacity while keeping the overall vehicle length as short as possible. This was essential for the vehicle to be carried inside the limited space of an RAF transport aircraft. Powered by the now legendary Rover V8 engine, the 101FC had the power to tow substantial loads and navigate the difficult terrain of military training grounds and operational areas. The 101GS General Service variant became a common sight, serving as a radio truck, ambulance, and light artillery tow. Despite its utilitarian look, the 101 FC's compact size and powerful V8 made it extremely capable off-road. Its relatively lightweight for a vehicle of its payload capacity also ensured it was less likely to get bogged down. The Land Rover 101 FC is a perfect example of British military necessity driving smart design, a compact, powerful, and air-portable solution to a complex logistical problem. We finish our list with perhaps the truest tiny titan of all, the Steyr-Puch Haflinger 4S4. Named after the small, sturdy Austrian horse breed, the Haflinger was conceived in the late 1950s as a light, high-mobility vehicle for the Austrian army, which operates extensively in the rugged Alps. It is so small that it is often mistaken for a glorified golf cart, but its performance profile is pure military-grade, off-road savagery. The Haflinger's engineering is genius. It utilizes an independent suspension on all four wheels and, crucially, portal axles, like the Unimog and Volvo C303. This combination provides phenomenal ground clearance and ensures that its small footprint does not compromise its ability to traverse large rocks and deep ruts. It weighs only about 1,300 pounds, making it incredibly light, a factor that contributes immensely to its mobility on soft ground and its ability to be literally carried by a few men if needed. Its compact design meant it could be airdropped or carried by helicopters with ease, and its narrow width allowed it to navigate the narrow mountain trails of the Austrian Alps, where no Jeep or Land Rover could safely follow. It was deployed by many other small nations and even found a niche in commercial and emergency services. The Haflinger is the definition of minimal footprint, maximum capability, a vehicle that proves sometimes the best way to conquer the mountain is not to smash through it, but to simply float over it. We've journeyed from the snowy forests of Sweden with the Scania SBA 111 and Volvo C303 through the engineering marvel of the Gama M561 and concluded with the alpine agility of the Haflinger 4x4. These tiny titans remind us that military logistics and off-road excellence aren't about brute force, but about smart, compact, and specialized design. They punched far above their weight, securing supply lines and saving lives. Now it's your turn. Which of these unsung small-scale heroes deserve the top spot? Drop your vote for the ultimate tiny titan in the comments below. If you want more deep dives into the forgotten history of military engineering, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what we uncover next.